And welcome. This is Chris-Anne. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chris-Anne. I had another really good idea, so I thought I would make a part 2 video to the one that you saw hopefully yesterday. In yesterday's video, I made some belly bands that I turned into greeting cards. And these are going to be holiday cards that I'm donating to the veterans. And so we made these. I added this afterwards. I couldn't find my stamps, so I just hand wrote Merry Christmas. So we made a whole bunch of these cards together in an hour. And I was left with a pile of scraps. And I'm like, I'm going to come up with something to make with these scraps. I came up with something that I think I actually like better. I don't know. Tell me what you think. So, let me move these. Well, they're cutting down the glare. I'll leave them there. So this is what we did together in the video. We created these belly bands using packing tape. Tape is on the back. This happens to be double-sided paper. So we did these. Turned it into this. These can be belly bands in your journals, or they can be greeting cards. So if you missed how I did this, go back and check out that video. What I came up with for the scraps. Check that one out. And this one has the tape showing on the outside. So you can see it. I think I like this better. And look at, I turned it into a card. And I put one of those little teeny tiny trees. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, they're both fun. But I kind of like the sort of mishmash of that one. So let's make some together. So for this, I am taking my packing tape. You can do whatever length you want. I am doing the length that is equal to the black card that gets mounted, the black cardstock that gets mounted onto my card. So you measure whatever size works for you. You can do these belly bands in your journal. So I'm taking a piece of packing tape and I am putting it sticky side up. I am folding over the back so I can stick it to my glass mat. Folding under the bottom here. So the top and the bottom are folded underneath. That's much larger than what I need. I know the glare. It's much larger than what I need, but it is what it is. Now, I have a whole bunch of these scraps that are left over. I'm just going to stick them to this in all different ways. And I'm making sure I'm having all of the tape covered. All these little scraps that I had left over from when I was making these to begin with. Let's see. We have that one up there. So I'm doing this sort of blind. Working on the back. That one we have. Let's do this one. Oh, and I love this little bird. Let's put the cardinal there. Stick something underneath. This gold paper is pretty. There. Here's some reds. Let's add some more red. some more green. I know we have some blue in here, but let's add a little bit more blue. So we're doing everything in reverse. Here's some green, some words. And most of these papers are double-sided. Just do a little bit more here. We'll do that one there. Now, some of this gets cut off the top and some of this gets cut off the bottom. Let's flip it over and see what we got. I am not gluing any of these things down because they're stuck to the tape. And when I go to flip it over to mount it onto this, I have to add glue to this to stick it to this. So I'm not coming back in and adding additional glue to glue these things down. But what I am doing is I'm taking this and I'm kind of folding it over. And that's what we have. Now, for this one, I am pulling out my paper cutter. And I like to make a flat edge. Now I have a flat edge to work with. I can see, I know that's in the way, sorry. I can see where the tape edge is, and that's where I'm going to come and cut along here and here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut along that edge, then I'm going to make a different true flat edge. Because I didn't like this flat edge, so I'm going to recut it. I know that's in the way. So let's measure. I forget what I had this measurement at. Just a shy bit of 5. How cute is that? You can make so many belly bands. Do you know how many scraps I have? We all have. Just going through my garbage bin over here. Because just because I put it in the garbage doesn't mean I don't take it out later and use it to make whatever with. My garbage bag is just sort of a holding receptacle to get everything sort of off my desk. There. The outside of this is the tape. You can see that. So by adding the glue to the back, I'm gluing all those papers down. Everything's glued down on the front because it's the sticky part of the tape. How adorable is that? I think I might like this better, video 2, better than video 1. I don't know. What do you think? There's that. Let's grab a circle. You know I have circles laying around. And I'm going to edge it. You can edge it in any color you want. I was like, should I do it in red or green? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I got the brown right here. I'm going to grab my gel pen. And in this case, I'm just writing Merry Christmas. You can write whatever you want to write. That's what I'm writing. Merry Christmas. I'm going to add one of these little trees because I think these are adorable. I showed these in video 1. They're like little polymer clay slices of trees. I got them at Joann's, but you can also get them in where you find things for nail art. Glue that on there. I should have glued it onto the white paper first, the actual card base. Straight-ish. I'm really good at straight-ish. I'm not good at cutting straight, gluing straight. It's handmade. That's what I tell people. Those are the bonuses you get with handmade items. And then on the others, I was adding a little bit of bling over here. And I had the idea to add a stripe of this. And I'm going to be making a bunch of these. So I'm going to cut this into strips. Oh, didn't even cut that straight. So I'm going to cut this into strips. Hopefully straight. The fuzzies on everything are a bonus. Now, you know this isn't going to go down straight, just because it's me. But let's give it a try. That part was pretty straight. Oh, it's sticking to me. Actually, not too bad. Let me just add a dot right there. I'm happy with that. Let's do some more of these. So I have a whole bunch more of these to make into cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 6 more. So I'll get 6 more cards made. So what I'm doing is I'm just going through all my scraps that I had from making all those cards in video 1. And if I don't have enough scraps left, I have my paper here that I cut everything initially from. My papers. So I can cut up some more. All right. Let's get some tape. Let's make some of these. Get fingerprints all over everything. There. I'm good with that. Let's start putting some pieces down. Cassie Rose is in here. She's trying to get comfy in her little bed. Let me grab a couple blues and we'll sort of pop some blue all over the place. There. I mean, I could roll this with my brayer if I needed to. Yep, it's the right size. Let's see what we got. Let's turn that over. Let's turn that over. Ooh. Lots of golds. Greens and blues, which is what I wanted. Oops. Okay, so let's cut along this tape line. And we'll make that a straight edge. There. These are so easy. I am loving these. Let's keep making a bunch. And I keep using these bits. I just tear it off the tape. I mean, do you know how many scraps we could be doing this with? All of them. Tons and tons and tons. I love this paper. I'm going to put that in a couple spots. This, whoops, this has a little bit of tape on the edge there. Some golds, some words. I'll add some more golds. You know, it's just a matter of, what do you have? Let's use it. You know, I like how everything is different. I like making things that are different. I don't like everything to be sort of cookie cutter and the same all the time. And this is such a good way to use everything. I don't think I really added a ton of blues. Just a little piece. Something right there. I'll do this one right here. I don't think it needs it, but do there. Okay. And if I need to fill in any spots, I can. Oh yeah, plenty big enough. Ooh. I love it. These are so fun. I don't know, is it just me having fun? Are you guys having fun too? I hope. All right, so let's give this a true edge. True straight edge. There. A little dot here that needs something filling it in. You know what, I'm going to add a little glue here, because I already folded the tape over and it's covering it. There. I like that. Oh, another little spot I missed. Let's add this. So easy. This is a very forgiving craft. I'm loving this. Look at how quick these are going. Okay, let's do a couple more. Now, I'm coming down to some really tiny little bits, but I still have all of these. Let's tear these up. Most of these are double-sided. It's a whole bunch of blues. Let's add some gold to that. And let's do some red. Oh, I like that one. We'll save that one for this one over here. I have another one planned. Do that with something else. Oh, I have this one. All right, let's work with these. That's enough to probably make two. It's gonna be a long one. And let's just do like focal pieces. I didn't get to use some of the darker blues, but that's okay. There's a hole right there, but it's not sticking. There. It's sticking. Let's pull this up, fold this over. Ooh, that was pretty. Let's chop it up. And now look at all the scraps on the edges I'm going to be getting. Can use all these. Awesome. That's pretty. Tons more scraps. All right, we'll do one last one, and then we'll put these together on cards. I got that one too. Nope, I didn't. Yeah, these are quick and easy. Super quick and easy. The only problem is you have to remember which ones you're putting where. Yeah. Easier said than done. There. See what we got. Well, that's a pretty one too. Oh, I put two the same next to each other. Oh well. Not a big deal. It's kind of fun. It's like doing the big reveal and seeing what you have. No, I think these are fun. I'm going to do these with other paper themes. Scraps. Oh, wait a minute. Awesome. These will be incredible belly bands because you know what you can do when you go to put it in your journal is you can line it with black paper and trim it, and then that will be your belly band. So you don't have to worry about things getting caught on this underneath. All right, let's put these together and make some cards. And then we'll call this video done. I don't know, did you see? I hope you saw video 1. If not, go back and check it out. Which technique do you like better? I'm calling this technique 2. Yesterday's video, technique 1. I think I'm voting for technique 2. It needs to be trimmed. I do have little scraps and bits everywhere, but that's the joy of crafting. I kind of like the blue combinations. These go super quick, and look at all the stuff we're using up. I'm going to cut up one more. So in video 1, I was talking about I'm making cards for a fundraiser. It's a local community fundraiser. And it's incredible. My son and I went to it last year. We're planning to go again this year. People decorate Christmas trees. You sponsor a tree. So you take a Christmas tree, big, little, doesn't matter. You decorate it. So it's like local businesses will put like gift certificates and ornaments and whatever. My friend is a school teacher. So she has sponsored a tree from either her classroom or she heads it up from her 5th grade. You can do anything. Like there's a local yarn shop that decorated it with all yarns and needles and knitting needles and crochet hooks and One tree was decorated with all power tools. My son wanted that one. The local gluten-free vegan donut shop did like a hideous pink tree. My friend wanted the tree so badly. I said, all right, if I win that, I want all the gift certificates and the ornaments. You have the pink tree. It was so hideous. She loves pink. In case you're new here, I don't like pink. But anyways, it's this restaurant that donates the space and the time, because it goes on for quite a few days. And they clean out all the tables. It's just this huge space that has like more than 100 Christmas trees, all different sizes, all around. I mean, it's really pretty. If you want to get into like the magic of Christmas, this is so pretty. I'm thinking I should take my mom this year. I'd have to take her in a wheelchair, but I'm thinking I will take her this year. What you do is you buy like a whole row of tickets and you go put them in whatever tree you want to win. And of course, my son and I were just enamored last year. We didn't win anything, but whatever, that's okay. But there's a table that's set aside with a whole bunch of Christmas cards, and there's somebody manning it, so you can fill out a Christmas card to go to one of the Maine veterans, and then they will take and send the cards to the Maine veterans at the there's a senior living facility, for a veterans living facility, so they send all the Christmas cards there. So that's what I'm making the cards for, is to go on that table at this fundraiser. It's a community fundraiser, but this particular table, all the cards go to the veterans. And my dad was a veteran, so we're going to support veterans. So I'm going to put this here, and I was putting the little green trees. It's going to, you know what? We're going to do a snowman on this one. So that's what I'm getting a whole bunch of different types of cards for, is for this event. It'd be really cool to win a tree. Not that pink hideousness. It was so ugly. It was like pink tinsel. I mean, it was generous. It was like cooler, and they donated a whole bunch of their donuts. And that's where my son and I can eat donuts, was this particular, it's called Lovebirds. And my stomach is yakking away because I would like a donut. My friend wanted that tree. They do a lot for the community, that particular place. But this huge event is awesome. I'm liking these. All right, let's put all these together. Oops, drop on my paper. Okay. I know I had this one left over from earlier. We'll just do these. This is going to need to be trimmed, but that's okay. One of the benefits of living in Maine is that community is big in this state. Neighbor helping neighbor isn't just a saying. People genuinely do things to help each other, which is nice. Okay, we'll let that set. I think this one's going to need to be trimmed too. think I cut this one a little wonky. But what else is new? It's par for the course. Thought I just had one more. I know I have this one. Oh, I've done them already. At this event, they just put out like a whole bunch of cards and envelopes. And even stickers to seal the envelopes. I don't know, it's nice to see. I really hope we win a tree this year, though, too. Not that that's the only reason why I'm doing this, because it's not. Luckily, this glue dries clear. If it needs more later, I'll come back and add more. And my friend, who's the teacher, is going to bring all the cards over for me. So I don't really have to do anything other than just make the cards, which is easy for me. She knows everybody because she's a teacher. She's been teaching for like 36 years. Can you imagine? She needs an award of some sort. Kids are very different nowadays. Even when my son was in high school, he's like, what is up with these kids? Now that he's working, nobody has any idea. He's only 18. My son looks about 26. He's had like a full beard since like 14. So nobody has any clue how old he is. Which is good and bad. As a mom, if you know what I mean. It's like an N instead of an M. Should I rewrite it? You know, there's two sides to every paper. There. Now I need to ink. this. That looks so much better. Just give that a press for a sec. My stomach yakking away. I ate a little bit, but when I'm done this, I'll go get something more substantial. My son picked up lunch today. Did a little bit of grocery shopping for me. Since I've been sick, he's been doing a little bit more grocery shopping for me. Gotta give that kid credit. Let's do the little snowmen on both of these. So he hasn't quite started working full-time yet. He was hired full-time, I think, either this week or next week. And he's working Thanksgiving. He's making time and a half. He is so excited. It's going to be a really nice paycheck for him. And, you know, we don't do anything like super special. It's just going to be like us and my mom. And it's not even, here, I'm showing you. I don't know. I might need a little, like a bow or something. I don't know. Do they look like they need a bow? I'm not big on bows, but, you know, I have, where is it? I have these bows. These are those nail ones. Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, look at that. Should I do it a little lower? I like the one with the tails, but I don't have a ton of those. This is all that nail art stuff. Oops. Of course, I don't have appropriate color green. This one's a blue. Ooh, I have that blue. Let's do that. Okay, my stomach. Thanks. Let's glue some of these little bows down. It's cute. Probably could have done like a ribbon fabric kind of bow. This works too. I'll be glad when I get my voice back, let me tell you. I don't know if my son will be. I don't think I like that one. Yeah, we'll do that one. Do this red one on this one. And then we are going to call this done. Those are cute. So we have that one. That one. I really like this blue one, I have to say. But I like blues. And I do like it with the bling like that. Here's the last one, I think. These are from yesterday's video. I have over here, so how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more done. And I think I did 6 in yesterday's video. Hey, I'm moving right along, getting a bunch made. Wow. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really need to get my numbers way up. I would really appreciate it. Please pass it on. I want to monetize this because I do a video every single day. And I have for quite a while. So thank you so much for tuning in. Check out my website, www.elementalenерgieswithchrisanne.com. Take care. Be free.